Hello, welcome to Dundrell's podcast. I'm your host, Justin. So, for my first real horror movie review for October, I decided to watch Antichrist, which is the Lars Von Trier art house horror film, which came out 2009, starring Willem, Dafoe, and Charlotte Gainsbourg. I decided for this October, the movies I would review for this month would be, um, like crappy Halloween themed horror movies, of course. And I thought it would be interesting to review horror movies. Like, in my head, I have like this like list of horror movies I refuse to watch, right? Um, yeah, so I thought it would be fun this year to face my fears and review some of those films. And Antichrist 2009 was one of those movies. Though I can't remember exactly why I didn't want to watch this movie. Maybe I heard there was like a castration scene in the movie, which there kind of is. So yeah, well, the movie starts off with black and white slow motion scene of two middle-aged people having very high energy sex, some very over the top high energy sex, which straight from like a porno, right? And there's even like a slow motion shot of a penis going into a vagina, which is distracting, really. Even Gaspar Noé doesn't put that kind of crap in his movies, right? Yeah, he'll have like a fake penis and stuff in his movies, but it's like he doesn't show that. And yeah, so like while this is going on, this middle-aged couple apparently has a toddler who gets out of his crib, gets past the baby gate, which I have a baby gate for my dog, and those things are very, are very tough. Like, you can't just push them open, right? My dog, like, I mean, you can if the stupid lock thing isn't in right, isn't the little lock mechanism isn't, in doesn't go in right, but it's like those things, man. Like, my dog, to get past that, she has to use her face as a pry bar to open that stupid gate. So the toddler is able to push the gate open, sees his parents having sex, which is, it's like 3D, it's like a green screen imposed, I don't fucking know. Right? And then climbs out a window and and dies, right? And that's how the movie starts with our middle-aged couple who are supposed to be like really smart people. They don't say which country they're in, right? Which kind of annoys me, but yeah. And like William Dafoe is a therapist, and decides to treat his own wife for her grief, right? And while finding out what kind of, while treating her, he decides to have her face her fears, and her fears are the woods, specifically Eden Woods, right? And they go there, and crazy crap happens, right? And crap happens. They have sex once in a while. And graphic violence and gore ensues at the end of the movie. There is some torture porn in this movie, but not a lot. But yeah, there is genital mutilation, graphic violence, gore, right? She straight up like tries to kill William Dafoe like several times during the movie. Not several times, but like near the end, and like takes like a wood log and smashes his dick and balls, and this somehow knocks him out. And while he's knocked out, takes his penis and jerks it off, and blood squirts all over her sweater. It's like, what the fuck? Crazy what the fuck shit in this movie. Like, the movie's cut into chapters, right? And there's like a crazy scene where like one of the chapters is called Chaos Reigns, and William Dafoe sees this fox, right? Goes to pet it, sees it's eating itself, and then the fox says to him, "Chaos reigns." It's like, holy fuck, man. This movie is pretentious art house bullshit. Which I kind of like some art house shit, like David Lynch movies, which I was kind of getting Twin Peaks vibes from this movie. Sorry, not show. But yeah, the movie is well, it's an hour and 44 minutes, and it's super boring. It took me like 2 days to watch this movie. 2 nights, sorry. And it's just super boring. Yes, it's the thing where cinematography-wise, the movie looks really good. But then there's some really weird amateur shots, right? Like guerrilla-style filmmaking. I'm not talking about like guerrilla style as in like, you know, shooting on locations where you didn't buy the permits. I mean like, you know, handheld, like, you know, zoom ins and shit. Yeah, there's some really crappy shots in the movie where I guess it's trying to be atmospheric. I don't fucking know. I guess like the devil is supposed to be a character in this movie, which this movie I guess is kind of supernatural, which I like supernatural horror. Honestly, that's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to watch the movie, right? But it's the thing where like the movie is just William Dafoe like trying to fix his crazy hysterical wife with therapy, and it backfiring horribly, right? To the point where like she goes straight up like Kathy Bates in Misery at the end of the fucking movie, and he's forced, spoiler alert, he's forced to kill her, right? And then burns the body, right? I think he burns the fucking cabin they were staying at, and has to like hobble his way home, eat some berries, right, and then sees crazy shit, right? Sorry to spoil the whole movie, but like if I don't like a movie, I don't give a fuck. I'll spoil it. I'll put it like, you know, the title, hey, spoiler review. So I don't know, man. The movie, I did not like the movie, and I would not recommend it. It's very boring. I mean, there's some like, you know, some horror shots throughout the movie. The movie's not scary, unless you know you're afraid of crazy women, which I kind of am. I've had some run-ins with fucking crazy women, right? And it's just, oh my god, you know. But yeah, I don't know. Like the movie is just not good, and I think it should be. Honestly, if you're gonna put pornographic shots in your movie where you're gonna show like a erect penis and close-up shots of vaginas, I think it should be illegal to have fucking, like, you know, kids in your movie if you're gonna have pornographic shit in your movie. That's just my opinion. Also, there's like a subplot where he finds out that like, there was something. Sorry, I have fucking flies in my fucking room. In my studio. And he finds out his kids like had like deformed feet for some fucking reason, and he figures out it was because from his wife. How do you not know like your kid has like you had to wait for an autopsy to find out? Hey, my kid had like fucked up feet. Holy fuck, she was right. He was a distant like father and husband, right? But yeah, like I just thought like the fucking like the what really like made me like hate the movie right away is just that you have like this couple are supposed to be really smart, but then like they get they their kid dies and it's like totally their fault. And though it is kind of somewhat unbelievable that like this kid was able to like get past the baby gate, right, and open a window and they're in the room and they don't notice, hey, our kid's in the fucking room. Like, fuck, man, that shit's just so dumb, man. Especially since like they're middle aged. At some point, like like I'm like I don't want to say my age, but like let's say I'm in my 30s, right? I find sex overrated. I'm my 30s. You would think they would feel the same at like fucking 40 or some fucking shit. It's like, oh my god. Yeah, like our kids in the room. Like fucking around. Let's let's keep fucking away. Who gives a shit? It's like that was so fucking dumb. I mean, they didn't notice, but it's like I think you would fucking notice. Fuck. A fly went and tried to go in my nose, but I was able to kill it. But yeah, the movie. I don't know, man. The movie is just it's a thing where except for some shots. Cinematography wise, the movie looked good. There's some creepy music, but it's really over the top with its bullshit, art house bullshit, and like there's some like really like when the fox talked and was like chaos reigns. I'm like, oh my god, that's the dumbest fucking shit. And like the dialogue in the movie was not great, and the characters are just like really dumb, and especially she's like later on in the movie, oh, I knew like he was able to open the baby gate and I didn't do nothing. It's like I had the same problem with my dog. You know what I did? First I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a new gate, and I was like, after a while I was just like, oh fuck it, I'll just tie the fucking door to the gate, right? And then the dog can't open it. And like those things are small enough where you can just walk over them, right? It's just meant to keep pets and dogs out. So it's like, wow, really smart fucking like college, like these like university like graduates, and they can't figure out how to fucking keep their baby from opening the baby gate. Oh my fuck, dumbest fucking shit ever. This fucking film. So yeah, I'm trying to figure range. I've been too harsh with my ratings. Alright? But like there's a golden rule to reviews where it's like you start at a 5 and then for every like you give it a 1 up, and for every dislike you give it 2. So if we do our math, I have like 2 dislikes and I have 1 like. So realistically, this is like, if you balance it out, it's like 4 or whatever. So yeah, 4 out of 10. No, like 3 out of 10 actually. So yeah, fuck this movie. No, I think it balances out to a 4. Well, let's just say it's a 4 out of 10. Fuck this movie. I'm probably never gonna watch another Lars Von Trier film. I think he's overrated. And that's it. Peace.